Alright guys, hello and welcome. We've got another set from Alchemy League to cast today. We've got one, maybe two more sets to cast today overall. This set is from the Argentum division, which is second to the bottom. So in the past few casts that we've done have been Cuprum, which is the lowest division. These guys are in the 1500s, I would say. Let me bring up our seating document and I'll show you. We have Giovanni versus Hyder. So Hyder is here. Looks like it's bringing in at 1426.5, but he's been doing really well lately. In the past 50 games, he's got a 58% win rate. So he's been doing pretty well. And he's probably higher on this list, but he ended up at the bottom of the division anyway. So he's a worthy opponent for Gio here, who we calculated at 1594. So my estimate is that both of these players are in their 1500s somewhere. Gio apparently getting a big ELO boost correction here from having a high win rate the past 50 games. Both these players, really. So they've been doing well lately, and we're really glad that they've taken time off of grinding 1v1s to join us for the Alchemy League. The Argentum division is 1400 to 1600 essentially, as you can see here. So the first map is the map of the week, which is Gichigume. So we will get right into it. We have Gio up here in sort of the north portion of the map, and he is playing as the green Malians. And then we have the Otter one. Gio actually has not started his town center yet. The Otter one has. The Otter one is playing as the gray Dravidians. These are civilizations that I have not seen on this map in Alchemy League before. So I like Otter's town center much better than Gio's town center. Whenever you place a town center in Nomad, you always want to try to place it on the north side of a wood line so that your villagers will chop the wood more efficiently. There is no wood line here. There's just a couple of snowy bushes scattered throughout. You start with some extra wood on Gichigume, which allows you to immediately build a fishing ship regardless of your civilization. And this is indeed what Gio will be doing as soon as he finishes this house. So house goes up. Gio kills a goose. He's eating this goose, you guys. Actually, I think what he's going to do is he's going to take the meat from the goose, and then he's going to task the villager onto a shorefish, and then the food will be conserved, and then it'll start taking shorefish. So he kills a goose. He's going to take some meat off of it. Maybe. Oh, and he's actually taking quite a bit of meat off it, too, because it's hunted meat. So it's a good deal for him. Gio is the Malians. He's still getting his town center up. Otter has his town center up already. Both these players are better than I am, so I probably won't have too many critiques. The decision making will probably be on point. Gio is still picking up some meat from that goose. Yeah, he's got 31 fish meat now, and he drops it off at his... Oh no, he's just gonna micro it. Dadgum. He's gonna micro it, you guys. He's gonna consistently click this villager onto fish so that it converts to fish meat. And then he's gonna drop it off at the dock. And the guys at the dock are not gonna ask any questions. They're gonna be like, this fish meat looks a lot like poultry. Are you sure? And he'll be like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's what is it? Tuna's the chicken of the sea or something like that. Alright, well, yeah, you're going to see stuff like this that you're not going to see in Cuprum Division generally. People have the APM to micro like that. That is a lot of meat, too. So it's good income if you can manage it. Each of these geese only have 50 food in them initially. But Gio has figured out that he can do this. One of these days, though, he's going to get active and he's going to end up walking home. See how he retasks it as fish, and then it converts to fish, and now he's going to build this house. And then he's going to do it again. And basically you can do it for once, it looks like, for every single goose that there is. So Gio enjoying some fresh goose here. Is the Otter one microing in that way? I think the Otter one took his fishing villager home. And he's got 3 fishing ships as the Malians. He's getting loom. Gio is building another fishing ship now. So I think Otter one does have more fishing ships. Or sorry, Hyder. Not the Otter one. Why do I call him the Otter one? It's because I tried to cast the Otter one set before this, but they were missing a game, so I have to cast it later. So that's why I keep on thinking he's the otter one. But no, this is Hyder. It kind of rhymes with otter. What do I know about these players? I believe that Hyder is from Italy and Gio is from Brazil. We got quite the international community here, you guys. It's kind of unexpected. I thought that a lot of the U.S. crowd and people that I play team games and such would sign up for Alchemy League. And even though they had the idea that it should happen, most of them did not, actually. It was somewhat surprising. And it could also be that, you know, leagues are not really an efficient way to make money playing Age of Empires. It's a lot of games for a small amount of money, I guess, is what I'm saying, as Hyder finishes off this wall off here. I would actually wall behind those stragglers. Oh, he's going to do one better. He's going to replace it with a house. That's smart. You don't want to let your opponent sneak his way into your base by chopping a straggler and then building on top of it and then deleting the building foundation to get in. And Gio content to micro this goose here. But anyway, I was saying that most of the U.S. players that I play with actually did not sign up for Alchemy League, but we had good turnout from the international community, and I think it's because the U.S. dollar goes further in some places. So if you offer people prize money in U.S. dollars, it may not be as much to Americans as it is to somebody in a foreign country. So that could be part of it. Or they could just be totally awesome and they're just like, yeah, you know, I'm not here for the money. I'm just here because I love playing on these crazy maps in a competitive setting. It's taken us a long time to get to this point. I'm not really sure why it took so long. I don't think it could have been rushed much before now, but it's here. Alchemy League is here to stay too. We're gonna unless like half the people drop out in the next few days, we're gonna keep doing Alchemy League. We'll have a second season and a third season and everything like that. It'll be glorious. My goal is to play as little Age of Empires as possible this next year. I'm not really that great at it. I mean, I'm above average, but the people who make a name for themselves creating Age of Empires content are much better players than I am, and ever will be. So we got 2 docks here from Hyder, so he's definitely going to contest water. We have 1 dock from Gio, and he's been using that dock to actually eat goose meat. This is really fun to watch, actually. I'm pleased that somebody, like there's a potential exploit for this map where somebody could do this if they have the micro to do it. And that person is Gio this game. Gio eating some cows. He is already on his way up to the feudal age. Hyder is not up yet. Hyder investing a lot into walling. He wants to wall off his side of the map. I think that's pretty smart. And I think we're going to see players doing that more and more. I wish I had done that when I played this map. But it is relatively easy to wall. He's given Gio a lot of space over here, though. I thought he would have walled directly across, but maybe he saw Gio's units over here and he was worried that it was too close to Gio's town and that Gio would detect him. Alright, so Gio's building a second dock, so this tells me he is going to contest water as well. Has Hyder been producing fishing from both of these docks? No. He's gone over onto food. He is on his way up to the feudal age, and he's going on to this gold, so we're going to see a big fire ship war. And that'll be interesting. Who does it better, Dravidians or Malians? Well, I think Dravidians, I'm not too familiar with them. I think they're one of those new Indian civs. And I think that they get, if I remember correctly, they get some kind of population boost from docks, like docks provide population space for the Dravidians. So that could help out a little bit. And with Gio, the docks cost less wood. I don't know that Malians really have any dock technologies in the long term. And actually, Malians missing Bracer will mean that they will struggle with, well, I guess they could probably go fire ships. I don't really know if Malians get fast fire ships or anything like that. Hyder is researching Town Watch, interestingly enough. I'm wondering if that's because he's housed. No, he's not housed. He's just researching Town Watch because, which is an interesting choice. Make it so that he gets a little bit more warning, maybe. He can see the fire ships coming from further away. And Gio is coming. He's got 2 fire galleys on the way. Hyder is going into galleys. Okay, so it's going to be galleys versus fire galleys. In low numbers, fire galleys are vastly superior to galleys, so Hyder is not going to want to fight this. But I do think that Hyder's choice of ship type is better long term, especially given that ships get hill advantage, and he can micro and he can get his ships on top of these big waves, and he can shoot at the fire galleys. So here he's running. This map was... Oh, we got a tower here from Geo. He has tower rushed Hyder. He's built at least one tower anyway. Might as well. It really reduces Hyder's space to farm near his town center, but he could build farms around this mill if he needed to. This map is inspired by Lake Superior in the Superior, Wisconsin area. Hyder building another sneaky dock over here, but Geo finding it. Geo knows about these fish. He's going to come back and try to finish them off. Both players are... Hyder has 3 docks now, and let's see how many docks Geo has. But I think that's smart if Hyder tries to build docks like in fish on the far side of the lake, maybe out of Geo's way. Geo sinks the fishing ship and he's returning because he wants to win. He wants to win the water battle, and then he'll go sink the fish later. I would assume that's the reason he's not following the fish more tightly. Okay, but the galley player is going to be at something of a disadvantage early on. That is to be expected. He really needs to get the numbers out before the galleys are really able to push these fire ships. Let's see if the galleys have fletching. They do. Okay, that's good. That's very important. Demolition ship. And it seems like Hyder is now starting to sort of stabilize on water. He pushes Geo back. Geo's coming to regroup here. I'm wondering if Geo's going to switch into galleys, but it seems not likely because long term it is not a good investment for Malians. Alright, here's Hyder. He's going to do the whole micro thing. Super annoying with galleys, but there's all kinds of islands and hills, so it'll make galleys better than they would be normally. He's got a lot of weak galleys here, but he hasn't repaired them. He's saving the demolition ship for a group of fire ships like this, and Geo sees it and he's getting out of there. He should separate his galleys, actually. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Geo is on his way up to the castle age, though. That is the advantage of not being so heavily invested in water. So the question will be, can Hyder get value out of water control? Because I think Hyder is going to win the water. Is that worth being later to the castle age? That is the question. That's the $1 million, or not $1 million, but that is the game-deciding question. That will be what determines this game. Is there enough on water? Enough resources? Did Hyder get a good enough deal on the resources for water? Did he invest as a significantly or a substantially, not sufficiently? That's the word I want. Low enough amount on water to justify it. Or is Geo going to do something crazy? He's got 7 on stone now. What if Geo comes in and castle drops Hyder and pressures Hyder heavily on land, and Hyder actually loses a lot of this land control and controls water? I would lose it, actually, if Hyder relocated his whole town to this corner of the map and used the body of water to keep himself safe. I would go crazy if that happened. That would be so much fun. Okay, so we have a good mass of galleys here. And the last of Geo's fishing ships are going down. I don't think... Yeah, Geo's not making anything else. He knows he's going to be up to castle age in just a few seconds. So it's probably going to go... Actually, you know what? I lie. I saw Malians on this. I think it was Juicy 45 versus Hans 77. Somebody went Malians. I think it was Hans, and he made a castle and he had the Gabetos. All right, so we got a monastery here from Geo. He is not ready to drop a castle yet. Hyder has just clicked up to the castle age himself. He's got 2 minutes left. And he is stonewalling because he is worried. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I'd be stonewalling everywhere. So he's stonewalling this. I'm not sure why he's stonewalling this first. Maybe he thinks he's going to get attacked from this direction. I'd be stonewalling up here, though. That's where I would stonewall. Alright, this is a great castle from Geo. It ranges a lot of stuff. It could It could range this market, could open this up and allow him to get in on the town center, which is probably his ultimate objective. I don't know how much Geo knows about the back of... Oh yeah, okay, he knows everything, because he built these outposts here, which is really smart. So he knows where Hyder is taking gold. He knows what Hyder is doing generally. Hyder still needs about 30 more seconds to get to the castle age, and even when he does, he's not going to have the stone for a castle. He's been building defensive walls instead. So Geo has a knight here. That tower opened up this palisade wall. The knight's going to slip in, and this knight is going to be a world of hurt here for Hyder. He's going to need to make some pikemen. It looks like he just rushed up this barracks. Hyder getting up is going to build another... oh no, he's building an archery range. Okay, that's interesting. And he's got villagers fleeing out in this direction. Hyder could take these resources along the edge of the map. There's actually a lot of stone here. There's 700 stone per pile and 3,000 gold between these two piles. And he could maybe stonewall this so his villagers would be safe. They would be exposed in case somebody with water control tried to attack them. But right now that person is Hyder, so it would be fine. Another villager going to go down. Geo getting some good value out of this knight. He's basically almost made up for losing his fish. He needs to go and find more villagers, though, from this knight's just attacking that mining camp, which is not really value-added activity. Is he making Gabedos? No. But Hyder is teching into pikemen. He's got a monastery up. He is making a monk, and that monk will help him deal with this knight here. Villagers cannot fight knights. Like, they deal 3 base attack, and a knight has 2 base armor, so they're doing 1 damage per hit, and since these knights have 120 HP... oh, Geo's sending in a scout, too. So Hyder has not ungarrisoned his monk yet. There it is. Alright, he's going to try to get a conversion on that knight and stop the knight. I think he will. Yep, there it is. So he manages to eventually save his stone, but Geo is pulled ahead in the Eco KD here. Geo has a lot more town center idle time than Hyder does. I think it's because Geo is playing sort of the aggro. He's got nothing on food right now. So he never prepared his economy to transition into anything else. What is he doing? Just buying food? I think he's just buying food, and he's just... Geo is really testing out the idea of, yeah, okay, fine, you won water, and there's maybe a ton of space over there, and there's some fish, but I'm just going to keep pushing you. I'm going to take what little land you have available to you. Geo is trying to convert that knight, and he's going to drop another castle. I don't know if he's going to be able to get in. Actually, Hyder does not have much beneath this town center, so he can't really do much damage by garrisoning it. And here's another castle right here for Geo. And he converts the knight. Is the knight going to kill the pikemen? Okay, the knight manages to injure a pikeman but not kill it. And Geo wants to build this castle. The castle shoots down the pikemen, and these villagers are coming in, and this castle is going to go up. Hyder doesn't have anything on land to support it. So Hyder invested heavily in water. He's got all the food he could ever want, but he's really struggling on land right now. And Geo with nothing on food at all. He's going Huang style on Hyder, and I love it. It's really, really fun to watch. Okay, so the castle goes up. It denies this farm, it denies these production buildings, essentially, denies this town center. And where are the villagers going? They're going back to the stone, probably. So he'll probably build another one. Hyder keeps relocating his town. It looks like Geo is trying to convert something over here. Looks like a villager. And what will Geo do? Will Geo keep on pushing, is the question. Monk trying to come in. Somebody taking some shots at him. There's a lot of stuff here. I think Geo could get a lot of value from making like 3 Gabedos. Or a couple knights and coming in and raiding these villagers and not letting Hyder take resources over here. Geo is building a siege workshop, so he is serious about continuing this push against Hyder. Hyder teching into swordsmen. And he is stonewalling off the edge of the map now, so that he can't be raided this way. Geo converting Hyder's villager that's walled in here. So now there's a villager battle. Geo recognizing that this town center is unoccupied, and so he's just walking under it with his monk. He's converting another villager. Okay, so what does Geo know of Hyder's town? Does he know about this town center? Yes, he does. Okay, so he knows there's a town center here. He's continuing to push, continuing to try to do damage, and he has to. Hyder's got 53 villagers, including fishing ships, to Geo's 37. Geo's town center has over 10 minutes of idle time. It's close to 11 now. And Hyder's town is burning. This was the big thing that I was really curious about. Hey, BP, welcome. My mic is a little bit loud. Ah, all right, thank you. I'll turn it down a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that is a little bit better. Let me know, though. Maybe I'll just have to speak softly and carry a big stick, like Teddy Roosevelt advised. So we got a mangonel here. Ah, this is unfortunate, though, for Geo. Hyder is going to get in on this mangonel, and he's going to destroy it for free. Geo wants to do something about this town center here. What he needs to do is he needs to send his mangonel over here, and he needs to flatten like 8 villagers at the same time. But I don't know if he's thinking about that. Hyder has an army of pikemen here. Geo could... Oh, alright, he did see that. He tries to get a shot. Oh no. Is he going to lose another mangonel? Maybe. If he clicks the castle over here, he could potentially save it, but he didn't. Castle did not fire upon the knight. But the mangonel needs to come over here, and it needs to flatten these villagers. So Hyder has a ton of gold. He doesn't have very much food. Doesn't have very much wood. I think his wood situation's been very disrupted, although it seems to be stabilizing. He's built another town center up here. Geo has a lot of control over the map, though. He's given up on the mangonels. He's made a ram, and he's made a scorpion. This scorpion needs to come over here. Why is Geo letting this happen? That's what I want to know. This is like... Oh, wait a second. No, they're just villagers. This is like 10 free economy kills over here. 13 villagers that could be killed. And he's going after this town center. Hyder starting to make elephant archers. Geo still has nothing on food. He is 14 minutes of town center idle time. Hyder has gotten armor for his skirmishers. I guess Geo's just content to slowly convert these villagers one at a time. Oh, okay, he's walling in. He's walling in the lumber camp, which is pretty funny. He's built some houses here, forcing the villagers to go around. He's been buying food. I like how Geo has been playing so far. I approve. This is a very messy game. If he gets like 6 monks, he could probably convert the elephant archers and drop another castle. That could be pretty effective. Oh no, not like this. Monk goes down. Okay, this is what we need right here. We need mangonels working on villagers. Yes. Should have done this a few minutes ago, but this is still a good win for Geo. Shutting down Hyder's gold mine. Maybe the reason that Geo didn't kill them was because he wanted to convert them. But Hyder is at 59 villagers to Geo's 35, so he definitely outnumbers him in villagers. Geo has been taking Hyder's farms, I believe. We got a knight here helping this villager out in the villager fight. Geo has killed 16 villagers and lost 9. Hyder building another town center here. Okay, these buildings are getting cleared out. I think this is good. Geo might be able to fit another castle in here. I'm not sure. He's got the resources for at least one more castle, and he might build even another one beyond that. He's been massing up knights and siege weapons, which is smart. He's trying to push these monks back. Okay, here come the pikes. If Geo's paying attention, he could get a good attack ground in here. Ah, no, they're going to get surrounds on the Scorps. Okay, this is a big fight. I don't think Hyder can win this fight. He has a lot of pikemen, but there's a castle and there's siege weapons, and there are a sufficient number of knights. So actually those pikemen go down, which is important for Geo. And Geo getting a conversion on this elephant archer. Oh, wow. Hyder converting it back. Okay. These mangonels are working on the elephant archers. Got another mangonel that's come out. Geo's probably going to put it to work. He's going to build another castle. I don't like this castle. I don't think this castle gets him anything. I think this castle should be up here. Hyder is building a castle of his own now. Geo's done a ton of damage, but I don't know if it's enough. Hyder's kind of backed into this little corner. And using water, Hyder has fish boomed for free out here. So Geo is not really going to be able to take this castle down, I don't think. I think he would need to build up a bunch of rams. He might try. Does Geo know about that castle going up? Yes, he does, because he's got an outpost here. So we have some armored elephants from Hyder. And Geo has 3 castles here. I mean, think about all the land that Hyder has compared to all the land that Geo has. Like, Geo is free to do whatever he wants back here. He just doesn't have any economy relative to Hyder anyway. Hyder is on his way up to Imperial Age, which is exactly what he needs. Probably bought a bunch of food. Yeah, he bought 400 food for 648 gold. So that he can afford to click Imperial, and then he'll be able to make trebuchets out of this castle and remove Geo's 3 castles. But the 3 castles will buy Geo lots of time. I don't know what Geo's plan is now. It's just seems to be massing siege weapons. Maybe he assumed his opponent is not up yet. He does have an avenue to attack this town center, actually. Could come around and up this way once he gets the monastery cleared. I don't know that he will, though. Hyder is massing armored elephants. He's got 3 armored elephants now. What else is he making? Crossbows. Geo converting a villager. Okay, here comes some armored elephants, but they change their mind when they see the knights, which is smart. Geo getting fervor. I think Geo is going to be surprised by the Imperial Age. Because otherwise, Geo would be trying to get Imp himself, I think. Oh, we got a sort of a partial commitment here. A ram going and attacking the town center with 1 knight. Okay, Hyder is making his move now before hitting Imp. Geo's got plenty of mangonels to work on these armored elephants. The armored elephants are charging the mangonels instead. There's 1 armored elephant left. It is taking fire from this castle. It is going to go down, but Hyder can always make trebuchets, which is what he's doing now. So overall, I'm not exactly sure who won that fight. I think technically Hyder did because he cleared out Geo's army, and Geo does not really have the resources to make more of it. But Geo is still hanging in there. He hasn't resigned. Still fighting. Still nothing on food. 33 villagers. I think he's got a bunch of idle villagers. Could be wrong, though. Okay, Geo repairing this mangonel. Is this mangonel going to pressure this town center? Yes, just going to be annoying with that. It'll take Hyder some time to destroy these castles. Okay, Geo more heavily on food now. He's going to try to catch up and get to the Imperial Age, I suppose, by putting more and more on food. Does he even have horse collar? No, Geo does not have horse collar. So far, it is the case that whoever wins water wins the game here on Gichigume, which was not really necessarily my intention. But we'll get some more games in and see if that is the case. You might have to nerf the amount of food that's available in the fish out here, or potentially change something else about the resources available on the mainland. Geo calls the GG, since he basically has very little economy, 33 villagers to Hyder's 72. But it was a good push. It was a good push. I don't know if it was fast enough, or if it was able to combat Hyder's greedy fish boom out here. Although it looks like Hyder does not have any... Where did his galleys go? Okay, they're over here. Makes sense. They're patrolling the area that Geo would build a dock in. So let's take a look at the next game. That was Gichigume. Now we're going to look at Whirlpool Lake. Whirlpool Lake was made by Jasuni for Alchemy League. And it's a pretty cool map. I will show you guys.